Are you struggling to give a member of your team some negative feedback because you don't want to upset them or cause a rift in the workplace? Well, we have a pleasant surprise for you. The solution to this is much easier than you think.
In this video, we're going to tell you how you can give negative feedback to anyone in your team, even the most defensive people. By using our techniques, you'll see that not only is giving negative feedback a lot easier than you think, but if you get this right, the person on the receiving end will actually want to thank you for it.
Our brand new guide to leadership training has just been published and we're really excited to be able to share it with you now. We've been working on this for over a year and the feedback we've had so far has been amazing.
If you want more tips and techniques on how to improve your leadership skills, check out our website at curiouscommunicator.com. And if you want to keep updated with all our latest videos, go subscribe to Curious Communicator TV. Just click on the subscription button below this video.
And don't forget to watch this video all the way to the end to get your copy of the Leadership Training Pack. So here's an interesting fact. Did you know the amount of feedback you receive from your boss will decrease as you get older? The same will apply if you're in the same job for a long time. The longer you are there, the less feedback you will receive.
But why? Surely receiving feedback about your own performance doesn't depend on how old you are, or does it? Take a look at these findings from a recent survey of 10,000 employees in a world-renowned tech company.
And when asked how often they receive feedback from their boss, over 50% of those in the 18 to 25 age bracket said they received feedback at least once a month. Now check out how these stats change for the 46 to 50 age bracket.
The more experienced the older people in their study got, the less feedback they received. In comparison, employees who were younger and had less than 3 years experience reported receiving much more feedback.
So this suggests either that older, more experienced people do not receive feedback very well, or managers and leaders find they are much more difficult to give feedback to.
Managers who are skilled in giving feedback would not find it any more challenging giving feedback to an older or more experienced colleague rather than a younger, less experienced employee.
Regardless of age or experience, the principles you need to follow and the method you use are the same. So this brings us nicely back to what we promised you at the start of this video.
And that's an easier solution to giving negative feedback. Most people would say they like to receive honest feedback from their boss or colleagues, right?
Well, this seems pretty obvious, but there's a catch. For feedback to be really effective, you have to make sure you do this in a fair and respectful way.
This is something that sounds really easy in theory, but it's actually much more difficult in practice, especially when emotions are running high.
Yeah, 58% of managers admit they do not give enough feedback to their team, and this can be really dangerous. Check out some of the potential consequences from this.
69% of millennials feel the system is flawed and there's no way for them to progress.
62% say they felt blindsided when they had a performance review because this was new information to them. They hadn't received any previous feedback to say they were not performing.
And 74% say they had no idea what their managers or colleagues think about their work performance.
And most worrying of all, 50% of them reacted to a performance review by looking for a new job. So what does this tell us?
Well, brutally honest feedback given all at once is not going to get you the results that you want. Giving negative feedback should be like dripping a tap. It should be constant, a little bit at a time, and given regularly.
If you turn the tap on too fast, you will flood the basin. In other words, don't store up all the negative feedback and then deliver it in one go.
Feedback delivered in the right way should never come as a shock or a surprise. If it does, it's much more likely to get people's backs up, and that is when people's emotions come into play.
Unless you take the time to explain your feedback in a way that is both informative and respectful, and over a period of time, you will harm the relationships that you have with your team.
You may get a quick fix by being brutally honest with your feedback, but if you don't consider the impact this has on the other person, in the long run, nobody is going to want to work for you. Respecting people first is a smart way to go when giving effective feedback.
Now, if you want more leadership training material, get your copy of our leadership training pack sent directly to your email address immediately. Just click the link in the description box below. It's full of valuable advice and it's free.
Well, that's it for this video in our leadership training series. We hope this video has helped you understand how to give feedback the right way, even if that feedback is negative.
In our next video in this series, we will tell you the 5 things to look out for when given feedback and how to deal with them the right way.
If you've learned some cool stuff on today's video, make sure you subscribe to our channel right now. Just click on the subscription button below this video.
And if you want more tips to help you improve your leadership and communication skills, head over to curiouscommunicator.com and sign up to the newsletter. You'll receive exclusive tips and techniques that we do not share anywhere else, and it's free.
Now it's over to you. Let us know how feedback is given in your organisation. Is it given little and often, or do you get it in a flood all at once? Either way, let us know by leaving a comment in the box right now.